Alright guys, so I said I was going to post this video about Grubhub, and I just now got the chance to. So what do I mean by ghosted? I was sitting in a parking lot one day waiting for orders, and I get an order, the cowbell rang, I open, and I have my finger on the button to accept the order, and as I'm clicking on it, the order disappears altogether. And it shows up as a missed order in my pay summary. So I contact Grubhub and I'm like, hey, I have this missed order, but I tried to accept it. What happened to it? It hadn't had the chance to expire, nothing like that. I had 100% service, nothing was wrong. And they said, well, you need to contact your driver specialist. So I emailed the driver specialist, and they said, well, there's nothing wrong on our end. It's on your end. You must not have service, or you were hooked to Wi-Fi. Okay. One, I had 100% service where I was sitting. I pretty much always have service everywhere unless I'm really far down south in the middle of nowhere. And number two, I wasn't hooked to Wi-Fi. So I emailed them back this information, and I let them know, hey, this isn't accurate. I was just fine where I was at. Customer care said that the customer likely canceled the order immediately, which caused me to lose my $10 an hour guarantee. It wouldn't be such a big deal if I had the business that made up for making that $10 an hour. But as it was standing, I was only making about $8.15 an hour, which is just, it's too low of a number. When you're putting miles on your car and you're putting gas in your car, $8 an hour just isn't that much. So fast forward to the next day, and I have my phone sitting there, and I go look at my pay summary because I hadn't heard my phone ding or anything like that. My ringer was on. Again, 100% service. Same Taco Bell, same missed order. The first day it came in at 11:22, and the second day it came in at 11:18. And I emailed the screenshots to the driver specialist, and I said, hey, listen, here it is again. Same Taco Bell, same thing again, missed order, except this time no cowbell. And they just emailed me back today, actually, and they said they see no problems on their end. It must have been on my end, and everything that led up to it was basically my fault, and that's why I didn't get the $10 an hour guarantee. So that second day, I went out and I still did my orders, even though I was pretty upset about the situation. And towards the end of the night, it was probably about 9 o'clock, I get an order, and I had this customer before, the day before, and they ordered 4 burritos and requested that I give them 42 hot sauces. Now, if you're a driver, you know that when you're at a restaurant, if the inside is open, most of them say, do not touch our condiment station. We will do that for you. The lobby wasn't open, so I had to go through the drive-thru. And I get up there, and he's like, I'm not counting out 42 hot sauces, so here. I'm like, whatever. It's your deal. I'm just here to pick up the order. So he throws in a handful of hot sauces. This was a 0-tip order, and it was only about $2.97. I move on with my night. The next day, so it was Tuesday. It was a Monday-Tuesday situation. Tuesday comes around at the end of the night. Same thing, the same customer orders, and this time they only ordered 2 burritos, and they want 48 hot sauce packets this time. And they called customer care to say, hey, we had this driver last time and she didn't give us our 42 hot sauce packets. And driver care calls me and they're like, hey, you didn't give them 48 hot sauce packets or 42 hot sauce packets last time. You need to do that this time. And I'm like, they're only ordering 2 burritos and they want 42 hot sauce packets. I said, that's not something that Taco Bell is just going to be like, yeah, sure, let me give you more hot sauce packets than your order is worth altogether. So I told him, I'm like, I'm not comfortable going on this order. Again, it was a $0 tip. These were like 14 or 15-year-old kids. Can you just reassign the order? Since they're harassing at this point. They're messaging and saying, we want our hot sauce packets, and now they're calling driver care on me. Just hand it off to somebody else, please. So they did that. They reassigned that order. My next 2 orders that I received were also $0 tips. No big deal. Sometimes that happens. I used to drive for a pizza joint, and when I drove for them, I might have got 1 or 2 customers a night that didn't tip, and everybody else tipped. So these were my 2 customers that didn't tip. And then at this point, we're at like 11 o'clock. I guess it was like 11:50. I was supposed to be out till midnight. It's like 11:50, and all of a sudden I get flooded with orders. I was already on my way to a third $0 tip order. I get flooded with orders that are 20 and 30 minutes away, and they're $2 and $3 orders with no tip. So I'm trying to call driver care, and I'm like, hey, listen, I'm being flooded with orders right now. I don't know what's going on or why I'm receiving these. I have 10 minutes left on my shift. I have to get back home to my child. And these are all $0 tips. And it's not fair for me to have to drive 40 minutes. But also my shift is ending and I need to get home. If I reject these orders, then it's going to reflect badly on me. And they said, yeah, let us see what we can do. So they put me on hold. I was on hold for 47 minutes. And I get a second call from the Grubhub number while I'm still on hold. And so I hang up and I answer that, and I'm like, hello, what's up? What's going on? She's like, so what's going on with you tonight? And I explained to her everything that's happened, starting with the customer with the 48 hot sauce packets, how I've had this customer before. It's the same thing, 2 or 3 burritos and $0 tip, and they're expecting an outrageous amount of sauces. And I heard later on that people get Taco Bell sauces and sell them on eBay, so that's a thing. I did not know that. So anyways, so I explained to her everything, and then I explained to her the fact that I was just flooded with about 10 orders at the end of my shift. I have 10 minutes left on my shift. I'm already on my way to a delivery. By the time I get to this delivery and get this guy taken care of with his $0 tip, I have about 5 minutes left on my shift, and I need to get home to my child. She's like, well, I don't know why you're being flooded with orders, why you're being sent 20 to 30 minutes away. That's kind of not, it shouldn't be happening like that. And so I explained to her everything else that happened, and that I was just put on hold for 47 minutes for a driver specialist. And she's like, well, I don't know why they did that, because nobody's there to answer the calls. They all went home for the night. So you were waiting on the phone for nothing. Really? So the person that I just spoke with put me on hold for 47 minutes knowing that there was nobody on the other side to answer. So all over, I was really disappointed with Grubhub. I'm disappointed with the way they handled this situation, and that I was put in a bad position where I lost my $10 an hour guarantee, making it not worth it for me to drive for Grubhub. So I'm not going to sit here and talk trash on Grubhub. If you guys are watching this video and you want to try Grubhub, please do. I mean, try it out. It's worth a try. Maybe things will be different for you. But I've moved on to driving for DoorDash. So I drive for DoorDash and Postmates now. More on the DoorDash side. I drove for a whole weekend, so Friday through Sunday. I worked about 7 hours, and I made $130. So I made closer to the I think it was like $14.60 an hour, somewhere in there. If you do the math, you'll know the exacts. So again, just disappointed with Grubhub and the way they handled things. It could have been handled differently. I hear it's not going to matter much pretty soon. If you guys are watching this and you want more information besides what I'm giving you, head over to Pete at Paid to Drive. He's got really great information. He's very informative, and he has a lot more information than I can give you guys. He actually told my story on one of his videos about it, about the whole situation that I'm telling you guys about right now. So yeah, he's a really great guy, and he's very informative. So head over to his channel if you want more information than what I can give. I'm pretty new to the Grubhub, DoorDash, Postmates situation. But I can do as much information as I can give you guys. So anyways, you know, I quit Grubhub, but I'm not trying to discourage you guys from trying it out on your own. Give it a try if you want, or don't. I recommend DoorDash right now just because I'm making really great money with DoorDash. I'm in the Kansas City area, and each courier company is going to vary market to market, or region to region rather, on how things are going to go for you. So if you do want to give it a try, try it out. For any people in the Kansas City area that are watching this video, I will post my link down below. And I'm offering an incentive for the Kansas City area folks, because those are the ones that I would get the bonus for. If you can make 150 deliveries in 60 days, you would get a $100 bonus, and then I would also receive a bonus. Anybody that completes those deliveries, I am offering a additional $250 bonus to you, and I would PayPal that bonus to you. So again, if you guys are watching this, Kansas City area folks, if you can do that and I would get paid, I would also send you a bonus as well. Thanks for watching, guys, and if you have any questions, comment below, subscribe, hit the like button for me, and I'll try to keep up as much as possible and just kind of fill you guys in on my journey as I go along. Thanks, and have a great night. No, now I gotta figure out how to turn it off.